All right, guys. How's everybody doing this morning?
Blessed and highly favored.
Awesome. Guys, want to welcome everybody to our Dream Team Friday Mastermind. It's where we come together and just have a discussion, mastermind training on, just ways to take our business to the next level. Again, want to welcome everybody. It is 8 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get it started. But we are the Dream Team at eXp Realty. Appreciate everybody coming on this morning. Hey, Nikki, Alicia. All right, Jimmy, JR, Rodney. Morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning. Guys, we usually kick it off with some gratitude on Friday mornings. What you're grateful for? Anybody grateful for anything this morning? Anybody got any gratitude?
I am super grateful for favor, for goodness, for mercy, for kindness, for being abundantly blessed and highly favored. I am super grateful.
Amen.
God has shown his goodness every single moment. I'm super grateful. I don't take it for granted.
Awesome.
Yeah, I am grateful because I've been getting some phone calls here lately about people who want to buy and some folks who need to buy and sell. So I'm super excited.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's great. That is amazing. Anybody else?
I'm grateful for being on the wake up list this morning.
Yes, sir.
It didn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
It could have been so different. So
Yes.
I'm grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Grateful for, I'm starting to see, repeat clients.
Yeah.
It didn't, I guess it's the natural life cycle, of a realtor. If you stick around with it for a little bit, and treat people right, you'll start to see it. So I'm starting to get to that point where I'm starting to see some repeat clients. So I'm grateful.
That's awesome, Rodney. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Congratulations, my man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Same here. Just grateful to be in the land of living this morning. Just glad to be in my right mind, good health and strength. Just grateful for our team, grateful for my family. And just grateful to be in the room with you all this morning. So, all right. Anybody else? A couple of wins, guys. How about some wins? What's good happened this week in your business? How would you rate this week? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this week in terms of prospecting, new business coming in, just good things happening in your business? How would you rate it?
Can I rate it 11?
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes.
That's awesome.
God has been so faithful. And I'm not just saying that because it's a cliche or whatever. I mean, it's been an amazing week. It's been a blessing, a business on top of business, just, from repeat business to acquisitions on properties to, potential listings that are going to be coming down the pike, dealing with people even in Germany that I've never met. That's like a referral, people just seeing my new website, whatever, it's just been an amazing week.
That's awesome.
Prospecting wise, yes, and getting new business. So
good.
Super excited.
All right, awesome. Congratulations, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Anybody else? How would you rate your business this morning? From this week, scale of 1 to 10, new business, you're prospecting. Do you feel like you put in the work? Was it a good week? How would you rate it this week?
I would say probably about an 8 for me. Like I alluded to earlier, I got some repeat business. I got a referral from someone that I helped them buy a house, and this happened twice this week. Somebody, I got a potential buyer. It was one of those somebody that knows somebody that says, hey, call Rodney, you know, one of those type deals. And so when I got the person, I'm like, who? I had to go back and look at my records. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, all right, nice.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, I'm grateful for that, you know, that repeat business, that referral, that somebody thought enough about me and that I treated them how they wanted to be treated, helped them how they wanted to be helped. And they didn't forget that. And they told someone and said, hey, call this guy right here. You know, he'll take care of you. So I appreciate that.
That's a beautiful thing. Now those referrals.
It is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love referrals. Yeah.
What do you say? What do they say? What does the Bible say? God loves a cheerful giver, right?
That's right.
All right. So you said rate your business. I'd actually give my business a B this week if I was going to give it a grade. Now this week was a hard week for me. I had to take my grandfather to chemo all week. And anyone that's ever done that, I have a new outlook on that. That is not easy. I've also gotten 3 properties under contract, 2 new clients, one new buyer, 1 new renter, all while going through that. And now my son is sick. So the last 2 days I've been at home with him while trying to take care of my grandfather.
Wow.
So, you know, I give myself a B because the only thing I didn't do was I don't feel as though I did enough prospecting.
Okay. Awesome. But that's good, man, B. You still kept it moving, even, you know, with everything coming at you, you know, trials, tribulations, you know, responsibilities with your grandfather, you're still giving. And it's that, you know, I just believe.
May I say something, Rod? May I say something to Bryson, Rod?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Bryson, what you did to your grandpa is more blessing than prospecting. I know that in his heart, you are going to have thousands of prospecting just because of what you are doing in his life. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. And I shouldn't say I didn't prospect because the people at Walter Reed know my name now. So I can't say that I wasn't prospecting.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just echo what Leonie said. You know, there's a blessing in giving and serving, giving up your time, your energy, just, you know, the love that you're showing to your grandfather, man, it's going to come back to you. Yeah, 100-fold. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Anybody else, guys? How about you rate this week?
Hey, Rod, just Tim. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Tim. Good.
How's it going? Good. I say like this week was a B. I got 2 referrals from past clients. One was for a seller, one was for a buyer. Then I talked to another one of my clients that they just purchased last year, but they just had a baby, and the house that they bought, good size house. But I was talking to him on the phone. And he says, "You know what, Tim? I think me and my wife, we want to go ahead and get another house. We want to get a bigger house." And I said, "I know we just moved in here." I said, "Okay, great." So we're starting that process. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And then I got 2 other buyer referrals that I got that from a lead source that came in. So and you know, talk to a lot of people every single day. So you know, it was actually a good day. I didn't get any contract signed this week as far as a ratified contract, but they're in the works because we've been out looking at houses and things like that. So yeah, it's coming.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Thank you. All right. Congratulations, Tim. It's going to happen.
All right, I'll jump in there.
No doubt.
I will,
Scale of 1 to 10. I'm sorry. Yeah, guys, scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate your business? Go ahead, Natasha.
on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll just give myself a 7.
Okay.
Did a lot of prospecting this week. Got a couple new clients, but still need to do. I have, you know, my thing is looking at. I'm trying to scale for volume, so putting a lot of systems in place to handle volume. I got my rental listing rented and heading out actually here shortly to go meet with the new renter to hand them the keys. So
Awesome.
You know, making progress, and I'm grateful and thankful for every day that I get to do this awesome opportunity, because I almost see it as a ministry, because I get to share. I feel like it's a gift with so many people.
Mhm. Praise God. That's awesome. Thank you, Josh. Anybody else, guys? How would you rate this week? Scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate it?
Morning. This week it's been fast and furious. Listing appointments, got listings coming. So I would rate it, I give it a 5 because I've been doing a lot of administrative stuff in between. So it's kind of like, okay, something wrong with the taxes, got to get that straight, and sending off their paperwork, also signing up with different also my other activities such as HBAR grievance committee. So it's a lot of in-between work, but on a scale of 1, I want to tell me give myself a 5 because I got a couple of listings coming and 1 listing appointment today to actually list. So it's a 5. It's just, throwing them, I say real estate is about juggling, throwing them balls up and trying to catch them, make sure nothing hit the ground. So I've been working my daughter to pieces and putting people in place to help me out. So it's been a 5. Next week's going to be a 10 because everything's in place for next week.
Awesome. And that's kind of the follow-on question. Thank you, Joy. Like, what would you change? What needs to change? What would you change for next week to make it a 10? Or what would you have changed this week to make it a 10? Anybody to have a say by next Friday, it's a 10 because I nailed it in all areas. I prospected, got lead generated. I got new clients, new business. Anybody want to step out there? What would have made this week a
Hey,
10?
good morning. This is Pam.
Hey, 10, Pam.
So I gotta answer both questions. Because first of
Okay,
all,
yeah.
I think I'm about a 6 this week.
Okay.
I did the calling. I did a lot of calling, but I still could have done some more calling. I have had 2 listing appointments. I'm getting hired, for those folks. So that's a win. I submitted another offer for one of the buyers that I've been working with a while. We haven't gotten ratified yet. So in terms of what would have made it a 10 this week, I could have networked a little bit more. Because I really, like you always say, it's all about the number of conversations that you have. So I did some admin, I did some, had to do some personal things. And some of those things, a little bit better planning, I probably would not have had to do as much of. Okay. So I think I need to plan my calendar just a little bit better for next week because I felt like I was playing catch up.
That's good. Right. Make sure you jot these down. You're taking notes because somebody else you need to jot that down that I need to plan my calendar better for next week. Somebody may be like, oh, is that something I really need to do? Is that, what I mean? So that's a huge nugget right there. Anything else, Pam? What else, Pam? Anything else?
I think that was good. The one thing I will say, I did go on to meet a new a title company rep last week. And he made some promises for some things, he was gonna deliver to me. And I kind of took it with a grain of salt. But on yesterday, he delivered all of what he promised. And he does some algorithm research, and he has access to some information in a database that I don't know how he got it, but sent me a spreadsheet of every renter and in 22191 and 22192 with a average credit score over 700.
Whoa.
And I was like, I ain't figured out how he did it yet. I haven't explored it, but I'm making some calls. So he kind of set up my
I know
next
that's
week.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's valuable
So that was
information.
huge.
That's powerful.
And he was one of those people, let me tell you, he tried to meet me 3 times before we met.
Wow.
So, that's just a little nugget for, everybody that wants to meet you is not necessarily wanting to take from you. Some want to give as well.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that, when you're managing your time with adding resources to your toolbox.
That's real good, Pam. Thank you.
That man cracked the matrix.
I know,
He
right?
can't sound like it, doesn't it? We gonna see.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good, good. Thank you for sharing that, Pam. Anybody else, guys? What would have made it a 10? How would you rate last week? And what would you have done differently? Or what are you gonna do different to make it a 10 for next week?
For me, Rod, continue to make more calls, double what I did this week, and then get a ratified contract. Just get some listings. Get a couple of listings this week. At least 3. That'll be a 10 for me.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna lean in more on what I did last week, this week. I'm gonna lean more into that so it continues to be an 11.
Yeah, yeah. And what is that, Jimmy, that you leaning into? Can you share like what you...
I'm not trying to get super spiritual here, but what I leaned in on is I lean on grace. And I've said this so many times. And again, for me personally, I don't do quantity. I just do quality. And when I say I do quality, I know where my source of strength is. I do what I do because I know whose I am. And that's what makes a difference for me. So for me, like when we're talking about, calls that we need to make, you go make those calls. I knew that I wanted to make a ton of calls, but I also knew that it would be impossible for me in my own capacity to meet the right kind of people. So I started from a place of grace. God, order my steps to the people that are ready now, to the people that I need to speak to now. Guide me to those places. Open my eyes so I can hear what people are saying, so I can decipher, so I can understand what steps I need to make now. What do I need to do now? So I don't do the things that is a long-term if I want a short-term result. So I don't do the thing that is short-term if I want a long-term result. It's all about, for me, it's all about me just listening, hearing, and doing what I need to do then. So when it comes to those phone calls, matter of fact, I had situations where just out of the blue, someone called me or sent me a text message. Typically, I'll leave them till much later and say, I'm going to do what I'm doing right now. But I was very sensitive to answer those phone calls right there and then, or to respond to those text messages right there and then. And it turned around to be, let's get together. Let's get this done. I want to do this now. I mentioned the person in Germany, all those kind of things. So I'm just leaning more into the place of grace and the place of being attentive and being sharp about the things that I need to do, whether it's to make those phone calls, whether it's to make sure you get into your KV call, the lead that just came in, call them right away, things like that, whether it's, just walking and then you see someone and you just sense that you need to have a quick conversation with them. Those are the kind of things that I lean on. I lean on grace.
That's good. That's powerful, Jimmy. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That's powerful. Anybody else, guys? What's going to make it a 10? What do you need to change? What needs to change to make it a 10? Anybody else? Everybody on mute.
I'll come
I
off
like what
mute. I don't
Jimmy
know.
said.
Can you
I
hear me
just
okay?
did what he says.
All right. Go ahead, Marcella.
So I was gonna say, I think a big part of it too for me is listening to the people who've done what you want to do and who are where you want to be. I decided to make a shift. I feel like my week went almost like Jimmy's. I had to change my mindset again and really dig into my faith. and just ask for grace. And then also just do like one more thing, do one extra thing, like answer my text messages. I answered a text where I said, oh, let me just keep doing what I'm doing. And I heard my text alert go off and I'm like, no, don't give in to distractions. But good thing I looked at it. It happened to be another agent sending me a referral. And it turned out to be not for one listing, but for two, you know, and then just to keep doing extra things, you know, praying about it, saying, God, give me grace, work in my database. You said the other day, you know, how many people are going to make 5 calls before 10 or 5 conversations before 12 p.m. and then do another 5 before 6? Well, I started to do that and call in my database. And at first I said, oh, let me text this person. I said, nope. Conversation is better, right? Pick up the phone. I pick up the phone. Then I almost chickened out again. Why? I don't know. I've been doing this forever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My mind was playing tricks on me. So I call this person and I'm about to hang up the phone. And then she says, oh, I want to buy some property.
What?
And again,
Wow.
not one. She's like, I'm looking for land. And I want to buy multifamily. And so then we went, you know, I sent out 3 outgoing referrals. I got 2 incoming referrals. You know, it's just so it was like a snowball effect. So I feel like just do the things you're supposed to do, step outside your comfort zone, stay consistent with it, you know, believe in yourself, believe, you know, like Jimmy said, know whose you are, and the results will come. Just keep the faith, keep doing the work, and it'll happen for you. Oh, and I sent an offer last night for another buyer I had been working with for a while. Lower price point, trying to find an FHA approved condo. So we finally found one and put in an offer. So praying for acceptance on that one.
That's awesome. All right, Marcella.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Amen,
Thank you.
amen.
Congratulations.
That's Marcella.
Marcella said something real powerful, guys.
Yeah.
Like stepping outside of your comfort zone. You
Yes.
gotta step out of your side of your comfort zone, guys. You gotta get uncomfortable. You gotta get into character and like really start making those calls, because your comfort zone is keeping you where you are right now, keeping you below your, you know, where you
Potential.
really, yes, your potential. Absolutely. Guys, you all have so much potential. We all can like do more, do greater, just there's so much more in us, but we stay in that comfort zone.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to make more calls. We got to have more conversations.
Oh my God, Rod, I just had to say that, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
That is huge, because I did that this week. I stepped out of my comfort zone because I saw an opportunity and I raised my hand. And I went to a listing. One of my listing appointments was with a woman who wants to do a commercial lease listing.
Hey guys, I got to take a call. Keep talking, keep going.
Okay. And I had never, ever done that before. And I was pumped, first of all, that I set up an appointment with her. And then as I was preparing, I was like, shoot, you know, I don't know, what I'm supposed to be doing. So I did a little research. I made a couple of calls to, I talked to Marcella afterwards, and thank you, Marcella. That was awesome. Talked to Guy, and I went and had the meeting with the owner of this space. And it's her first time doing a commercial lease. So we kind of commercial leasing babies together. And she has really leaned in, and we're researching together. And I count that as a win, because I'm learning something new, and I didn't fall on my face, but I'm doing it scared. But I'm still doing it because I know enough to know where to go to get the information I need so I can help her. So I think that was one of my wins for the week.
Oh, that's awesome, Pam.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome, Pam.
Yeah, I believe it. Raise your hand and ask for help if you need to, but go ahead and do that thing that you want to do.
If I'm to encourage anyone this week, the rest of this week, and next week, and the rest of your business, just lean in and go in. You have every single thing that it takes. every single thing that it takes. Sometimes we doubt ourselves and we downplay stuff. Don't. Just do it. Just Nike it. Do it.
Yeah.
Just Nike it. There's no,
Yes.
you know, there's not, it's not a mystery. It's, even the scripture says people that you know not will serve you. But we've got to get to the place that we believe these things. You know, I have given kings and queens to be your nursing fathers and your nursing mothers. I take God literally. I take him. I approach the throne room. I approach the presence of God with so much freedom and confidence.
Yes.
Because I know I'm a sinner, and that's why I do that. But I know I've been saved by His grace.
Yes, I love
I
that.
know He loved me before I can even love myself. So
Amen.
I'm going.
Yes.
I'm going. I'm not.
That
I'm
grace
not
got me
ashamed.
through. So yes, I'm not ashamed. I was praying. I called my accountability partner. Thank you, Linda. Talked me off the ledge while I was on the way.
That's
I
what we
didn't
need.
stop. I was on the way to the meeting. Got there early. I had answered the questions. It was awesome. But none but God got me through.
Yes.
Amen.
Lean in. Lean in.
Lean in. That's it. Thank you. Awesome, guys. Anybody else want to share before we switch gears? Anybody else? What would make it a 10? What are you gonna? Cause I love the exercise. Oh, go ahead. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Gemma. Hey, just real quick, I would rate it, I think about a 7, maybe, because I had a little bit more time taking care of my mom. I had a little more time to talk to some people. So I'm grateful for that. I mean, I wasn't at my regular job, so I had more time for that. But I wanted to just say, I wanted to ask, because my aunt was on vacation in Panama past 3 weeks, and she met a developer who is from another country. And so I just need to know how to go about that. He wants to purchase some land in Panama, for businesses. So I just need to, I guess, direction of who to talk to, et cetera. I do have a contact, an EXP agent in Panama. I've established some good rapport with him. Okay. So, but I wouldn't know how to start, point A, point B, that type of thing. So I reached out to him, so I'm waiting to hear back. And I just wanted to know, has anyone had a referral overseas, internationally, that type of thing?
Okay, Gemma, I have not. But maybe I would recommend having 3 sources down there, not just that one agent, but maybe getting 2 other sources as well.
Okay.
Just to kind of bounce things off each other, kind of create your own kind of little work mastermind group, to be able to bounce things off multiple people.
Okay.
And Natasha, I know she's international. I don't know, maybe you guys can touch base a little later, but I would get in Workplace and go to Panama and just look at some people maybe you can connect with down there. Also, either Fee or Melanie, I know they had the Black EXP network down in Panama, the event down there. Fee, Melanie may have some contacts down there as well. Also, Damian Forrester, good friend of mine, he's the broker in Montana. Him and a couple other people, they're building homes in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So, if we'll put our heads together, kind of create like a group that we can kind of pull this from, like that.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, Gemma. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay, guys. So this week we've really been talking about getting now business. Just want to open it up again, guys, for some of you all to share. How did you get your last clients? Your clients that you're working with right now, how did you get them? Because it's important to share that information with other people, because some of the agents are, they're wondering like, man, what do I need to do? How do I get my first client? How do I get my next client? For me, some of them, I got two listings in DC right now, and those folks are looking to purchase a home, $600,000-$700,000, and they came because of another home that I'm listing, that I'm selling. It's under contract now, but the folks that were renting that house, and, you know, this is like a $700,000 home. So tenants in a $700,000 home, you know, they're well connected or well able to purchase themselves, but it just happened to be their mother. But I intentionally had my seller reach out to them and say, hey, what's going on? Do you guys need some help? Do you need my realtor to assist you? Anybody else not do things like that? The tenants.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then that's where it came, the conversation started. Oh, my mother, we've already found a place. They already had started building before I reached them. Before their lease was up, they already started building. However, my parents are selling. And what I did when I went on that, so I'm listing a house that's currently has tenants in it. So I had to make an appointment to go and meet them. And man, I met them, almost treated them like they were the owners of the house, because you need buy-in, you need them to partner with you. Tenants can make it very difficult for you if you don't treat them right to get that home showed and sold and looking good. So I met with them, and I just really connected with them well, and just showed, you know, humbled myself, like really, you know, wanted to get their buy-in, wanted to make it convenient for them, don't want to disturb you. I want to just know the best times for you to let people come in, having that type of conversation and tone with them, so I get them to work with me. That negotiation, guys, let's go, negotiation skill. And sure enough, you know, the husband was a Marine, and, you know, the wife worked at the White House. So we was clicking on all types of cylinders, you know, we were connected on so many levels. And so that's how I got that. Hey, my mom's selling. My mom wants to sell her 2 homes in DC, and she wants to move into another place. Help her buy some when she did, and then she's gonna pay cash for whatever she finds.
Yeah.
And now, so that's just one way. That's just one scenario with me. Anybody else want to share how you got your last client? You want to go around the room with it. How you got your last client?
Renters become buyers.
Yeah.
That's how I got my latest client. It was a rental, and now they're going to buy.
That's awesome.
My last couple clients were from my signs, from my listings, from my lease listing, as well as my listing that I had that the client decided to withdraw, but I have a buyer under contract right now for another property. So yeah.
Awesome.
My last listings came from, I guess I should say my SOI, because it was a former coworker that I kept in touch with that had 2 homes to sell and 1 to buy. So we got 1 came back on the market today. We actually buyer fell through, so it's back on the market as of this morning. And the other one is going to be coming soon in about a week. And she's already purchased the other home. She goes to closing at the end of the month for the home in Alabama that I referred out to one of the dream team. And then so I guess I've had that for a little while, but I just the other day, while we were on the phone on Wednesday, got a inquiry from another of my past clients who is also my SOI. I sold the father and the mother a home. I sold the daughter a home. And now the father and the daughter want to buy investment property. So they're new buyers for me. So keeping in touch is important.
That's perfect.
Yep, that's awesome. Mine came also, you know, basically the same thing everybody said, you know, sign writer, things like that. But I love to just get crazy practical sometimes, because we've got some agents over here who like, I don't have a listing, so no one's gonna call me because they don't see my sign, right? Practical ways to get a listing or to even get a buyer, right? One of the things that you got to do is the things that Penn said last week, the things that everybody's been saying all this week and even now. Go to a model house. Go to a model house. Tomorrow is Saturday morning. Instead of, listen, my wife's already booked my Saturday morning tomorrow, going shopping and all that. I have no choice, right? So what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
While you're shopping, you gonna give out
I'm going loaded and ready for all that shopping she wants to do in Tyson. I'm talking to everybody, but let's
Yeah.
get practical, right? Tomorrow morning, early in the morning, before 10, model homes open what time? Like 8, 9 or whatever?
10, 11.
Yeah.
You,
little bit later.
listen, guys, new agents, if I'm you, guess what I'm doing early in the morning when they opening? I'm stopping right at, help me, fresh donut place. What's that place called? It's fresh all the time.
Dunkin'
Krispy Kreme.
Donuts.
Krispy Kreme. I'm
Krispy
getting
Kreme.
Krispy Kreme. I'm getting 1 or 2 jugs of coffee and maybe some donuts, and I'm walking into that place as they're opening. And I'm saying to the seller, to the builder's agent right there, I just want to bring you this, just to say good morning to you and introduce myself. I'm the local realtor in this neighborhood. I just want to give you to this, and these are my cards. I just felt that, just wanted to give you something. I see what you've been doing around here. I see the buildings. Pump them up, make them feel good. Give them my card. Say, hey, if you know anybody that comes in without an agent, call me.
That's a great idea, Jimmy, because you could actually have a conversation with the sales representatives. You know, when you take your coffee and donuts, and tell them, hey, I want to partner with you on some deals. Is it okay if I hang out with you and help bring some clients in and sell some homes? What would it hurt?
That's number one. Yeah. Number two, go to your local fire station. Go do the same thing. They're working. They have a job. I live in the neighborhood. You guys are doing an awesome, amazing job in the neighborhood. We thank you so much. We appreciate your service. I just want to give you coffee or donut. This is my card. Most of you may not even been drinking coffee. I promise you, if you want tea, I'll go get it for you right now. Just get outside of your shell. Be this amazing person that they fall in love with and say, you're looking to do buyer workshop, right? Would you guys mind if I come do a buyer's workshop in this place for your employees? You're not advertising on Facebook to get buyers to come. Now you're in their space, telling them you want to do a buyer workshop for them, giving them free donuts and coffee. If you're bold enough, go to a police station, do the same thing. It doesn't matter. Go to places where people are already gathered and show value. You do that today or tomorrow or Sunday, I guarantee you on Monday, you're going to be coming back and say you got 3, 4, 5 potential buyers or sellers. Because that's the way it works. Take your business there and go find the people.
Jimmy, that is what I did this past weekend. Exactly what you just said with the listing agents at the model home. And his exact words was like, hey, we can partner. You bring me some people and everyone I get unrepresented, I'll send to you. So that is a good idea that you just said.
That's what I keep saying, guys. You got to know whose you are and what you got on the inside. You have the ability to write your check in 30 days or less.
I just wanted to add to that. I had a buyer's presentation on Monday, and one of the attendees actually sent me a referral yesterday. She herself, she said she's still thinking about it, but she had a conversation with a friend because she attended on Monday. She had a conversation with a friend that told her they're looking at buying, and she sent them to me yesterday. So just like Jimmy said, having those buyer presentation, even though she wasn't buying, but she was able to send me a client. So that was how I got my last
That's awesome.
buyer.
Powerful.
Another thing I would add too to what Jimmy said is if you come from a place of service, and giving, it will come back to you. Like that's a principle. It's a law. If you give, it's going to be given unto you. So, if you go out with the intention to serve and to give, to help, then you're going to get business. It's going to come back, and it may not come from who you gave to, but it's going to come back to you. So that's powerful.
I had one of my last ones was it was actually a referral from a lender that I used, and actually the guy he referred was a guy he actually went to school with, high school, and so it's a good friend of his. And So, and helped them get in a nice place. Another guy was a referral from actually someone that I knew from school. And they saw me on Facebook and they reached out to me and I helped them purchase a house. And then another one was actually started out as a op city lead. A young lady I was working with, she was gonna buy, then she couldn't buy. She understand her house, but then she referred me to somebody else that was looking to purchase. And I helped those people out purchase. And then that was in the beginning, that was like about a year ago. And then she called me again, early part of last year, the mid part of last year, to refer me to her ex-husband. And I helped him buy. So which started out as just a lead, end up turning into 2 other transactions later on, a listing and a buyer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Anybody else, guys? Let's keep it going. How'd you find the person you're working with right now, or your last deal?
Good morning, this is Linda. I found my last person from another agent at a different brokerage called me. She knows I'm licensed in Maryland, so she had someone that called her from South Carolina to sell a property in Maryland. And then she called me, so we listed that and got that under contract. And then my next listing is coming from sellers that I sold 2 houses down from. So they contacted their neighbors and say, hey, Linda sold our house, so let her sell your house.
Yeah. Nice. Love that.
And neighbors passing the word.
My business has been referrals either from other agents, and I got 2 from the lead sources, the free lead sources. But then one that I'm working with now had been, I'm not really sure how she came into my website. She got into KV Core and she had just been really active. So that was one of the people that I did use KV Core to follow up with. And then I just would reach out to her periodically. And 2 days ago, she called me and said, hey, she had some trouble getting pre-approved, but she called me and said, I got my pre-approval. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to buy now. And so she had just been following me. I'm guessing it's from social media, but I'm not even sure how she came in.
Yeah. Wow. Powerful.
Awesome.
Love it, Marcella. And my 2 closes I had last week, they were past clients, guys. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. Love past clients, but you got to stay in touch with them, guys. You don't want to leave them as orphans. You close the deal just one and done. You forget all about them. You don't stay in touch with them. You know, somebody else may come and start loving on them and caring for them and checking on them and take your, you take your lunch.
Yeah.
You gotta stay in touch. You want to stay in touch with your past clients. And even this time, this time it ended up being 2 transactions, because the first time it was their first home. Now this time I came and sold that first home and also helped them buy their move up home. So, and it creating that same wow factor. I didn't take it for granted that they've been knowing me for 10, 15 years, that they were my past clients, good friends, we're close, we church together. I treated them like a VIP client. Didn't matter that they were younger than me. I gave them the VIP experience, professionalism, and at the closing, we're gonna tell everybody about the OB team.
Yeah.
So don't take your folks lightly. Don't take them for granted. Don't, treat them like it's the first time you want to wow them. Because I'm thinking beyond them. I'm thinking about the referrals that they're gonna send me. With the next home and the investment property next, and referring mom and dad and cousins, friends, coworkers. I'm thinking beyond just that one client that's in front of me.
Yeah. And let me say too how powerful that is, because that actually happened to me, but the opposite way. So a client that I had closed before, was their first home, and I didn't keep in touch like I should have. I mean, I did periodically, of course, I paid for the marketing automatic follow-up, but nothing beats the personal touch like we're talking about here on the phone. And then what do I see? One of my friends who's also an agent here helped my past client not only sell the home that I sold her, but then turn around and buy another one. So it was 2 transactions that second time. I helped her purchase the first home, but then she sold that and bought another one, and it wasn't with me. And what hurt even more, it was one of my friends who was an agent here too, you know? So keep in touch for sure with your past clients. Lesson learned, pick up the phone, stay in touch.
That's it. That happens, and I'm sure it's happened to me. You know, it happens to all of us, guys. We all got to just be more intentional, care and love on your database. I got my VA right now working. We're working on a major project where I'm getting all the emails, from all my past clients going back. You know, it's a few hundred. But I want to send them something every single week. They at least gonna get an email. They see, even if they read it or not, they're gonna get something just pops up from Rod Obie.
Yes.
And we're gonna put a couple of other things in place too. So I'm just staying in touch with them. They see something with my name on it. And so I'm, taking back control of my database. This is a slide, guys, as we get ready to kind of wrap it up. This is what we've been hitting all week long. Conversations daily. Man, it was something magical that happened the other day. I saw all the posts in WhatsApp, people making calls to their making calls, contacts. Those 5 before 12 and 5 before 6. And a lot of people blew past that number. They got leads from it. I know I got a couple of referrals from it that day. Anybody else got referrals that day?
Yes, I did.
Yep. For those folks who are looking to buy, yeah, I got some deals coming out of that, guys. So do that every single day. You got to develop the habit, the discipline of 5 before noon, or maybe it's 10. Maybe you're going to push yourself 10 before noon and 10 before 6, or 5 before noon and 10 before 6. But you got to be getting in the habit of that, guys. You'll start seeing, I'm definitely not into magic. It's just a kind of a play on words, but you'll start seeing the blessing. And maybe that's even better. The blessing and amazing things that should start happening out of that. Because you're putting in the work, you're calling people, you're having conversations, a whole new world of real estate to open up to you. Like, whoa, you do know somebody that's looking to buy or sell real estate? Whoa, you're looking to buy? Just like we heard earlier, somebody's like, whoa, I'm looking to buy. So guys, I know some of you may be feeling like, I can't get any business. Like, when is it gonna happen for me? When is it gonna take off? You gotta play, it's a numbers game. If you don't take anything from else from this call, it's a numbers game. You gotta talk to more people. It may take you 10 to get, bam, that 10, yes, we're looking, or I know somebody looking, or it may be 5 or 2, but a lot of times we're just not talking to enough people. Database, asking for referrals, having that mindset of always asking for referrals. Be on a mission, guys. Be on a mission, like the Great Commission. You're just out there. You're looking for people. You get a passion about it. We got a conference going on in our church right now called Passion and Purpose. Easter's like less than 30 days away. Anybody realize that? Less than 30 days away. So we're getting fired up to really go out there and reach souls for Jesus Christ, to like invite people to church. So what if you take that purpose, get purposeful, get that same passion to go out there and help people, to serve people, get people in homes. How can I help? Does that make sense, y'all? Anybody want to do that for the next 30 days? Just go all out.
Absolutely.
The Easter's April 9th.
Yeah.
Next 30 days, just go all out, inviting people to church, but also getting putting business cards in, seeing who do they know that's looking to buy and sell real estate.
Yes, it's spring.
Yeah, the spring market is here, guys. It's game on.
Time is changing again too. We're gonna have more daylight, so.
Oh yeah, that's a great point, Marcella. Yeah, when that time goes up, it's old. It is officially the spring market.
Hey, Rod. Hey, yesterday I was outside. I was actually raking my yard, right, getting ready for the spring. Because I let all leaves fall up and dissolve, and I said, let me go ahead and just rake it up. It was like late in the evening. It was almost like it was about to get dark, 6 o'clock. So I started late, like a 5. And a gentleman pulled up in a Range Rover, pulled up, stopped, jumped out the car, and started walking over to me, right? Hey man, you mind if I give you my card? I was like, yeah, no problem. And he's actually a firearm instructor, yeah. And the brother lives right down in the cul-de-sac. I just never seen the brother before, because he lived down around the corner. So we talked, chatted up, and gave my card, because my card was on the side of my vehicle. And the little thing, he said, can I get one of your cards? I gave him one. we talked about the housing market. He said he purchases investment properties as well. So we chopped it up and he said, man, we need to really do something in the HOA to really let everybody know that the entrepreneurs here in our community. He said, let's get together and, let's talk so we can let all, with the community meeting here and things like that. So, and that was because he saw my signs. One, he saw me in the yard, but also he had seen my signs on my vehicle sitting in my driveway. So,
wow, that's powerful. Yeah, powerful. Guys, got to talk to property owners. We're paid on both sides, buyer side, seller side. Our commission comes from the equity that's in property owners' homes. Y'all get that? We don't really make commission from somebody just thinking about buying a house. It doesn't come from them. It comes from property owners. So get in that mindset of like locating, finding property owners to have conversations with. The best way is circle prospecting. Circle prospecting, door knocking. You got to sign up for the service for those. Posting Facebook ads, maybe 9 tips to get your home sold. Posting on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube videos, handwritten letters, for sale by owners, expired, door knocking, open houses, guys. The common thing between all of these things is conversations. Open house, doing a home buyer workshops, advertising those so you can get people signed up, registered for it, attending, so you're having a conversation with them. You're meeting them afterwards. They're registering, you're following back up with them. Anybody want to step out of your comfort zone and do a home buyer workshop? Anybody going to do one this spring? Really encourage you to do. I did a lot of those early on in my career, guys, and they were all.
Yeah, I have one scheduled.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nowadays, Zoom is popular. You can do them on Zoom, or get a room somewhere, partner up with a title company, partner up with your lender, do them at their office. Referral companies, get signed up with OpCity. You heard us say that. We've been hitting that all week. Learn KV Core, guys. Get into KV Core, learn that system. It's a beast. It's amazing. We always talk about it, how awesome and great it is, but very few of us have really put our whole heart into it to master it, to get the potential out of it, guys. So I'd say take some time, take some time in the evening, early in the morning, just get in there, take some of the classes. There's a ton of classes and training out there on KV Core. Learn how to utilize that tool.
Hey, Rod, can I jump in on that?
Yes, ma'am.
So KV Core sometimes they send out some wild out stuff like, I got some time this weekend. Can we? And I'm like, wait a minute, no, I don't. But but the one that they sent out to me recently that really got a lot of traction was it was like, can you help me? And basically it said, can you help me? I'm looking to find anybody that is looking to buy or sell. And I got a lot of feedback. Like one of the feedback, which made me laugh, one of the feedback that I got was somebody said, yeah, I'm looking to sell maybe the next year or two. I hope you don't retire by then. So I just, I shot, but don't just let KV Core go autopilot. You have to respond back to it. So when I responded back, I said, I guess I'll hold on just for you, So when you use KV Core, just don't let it do autopilot. Get in there, especially if they're responding back, get in there, let it do what it do. But what it's do is to start a conversation, but your responsibility is to keep the fire going.
Can I testify? Maybe one of these days I'll do a class on KV Core.
Please.
One of the things that people don't understand or realize about KV Core is part of what Joey just said. And I was actually going to talk about it because Rod said something earlier on about, you're going to get a VA to do some things. Every single client that you have in KV Core, if you put their birth dates on there, KV Core automatically will send them a happy birthday. Do you know that if you actually follow through in KV Core and you put the date when if you close on the deal and you put the address and all that, it sends them a happy home anniversary. Do you know that if someone just goes on the KV Core and they're looking on your website or in KV Core actually learns their behavior? And it begins to, even whatever you do, it begins to change and actually follow their behavior and send wacky, quirky, interesting, amazing text messages or emails to them if they don't unsubscribe, that will actually help you nurture that client that they can become a deal. I've got people in KV Core that I've been sending stuff to. I've been with EXP now 4 years. Wow. And some of them are reaching that back to me now and say, yes, Jimmy, stop sending me that house for $400,000. I want the one for blah, blah, blah. Or someone says to me, what, are you crazy? You send me a house of $1 million? I'm not making that much. I just want to be in this price range. And guess what? Like Joey said, I'm texting them because KVCO is going to tell you, you haven't responded to them. I'm texting them and I have everything linked to my phone. I don't need to sit in front of my computer to be able to respond to a client on KV Core. And I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, Joel. You know what? It's been crazy busy, but guess what? When can we get, have a quick conversation? I'm available tomorrow, such and such and such and such time. Let's talk. That's how you get. So when you're talking about long-term, KV Core is there for you long-term. People are paying thousands of dollars for things that I know with EXP. Guys, don't sleep on KV Core.
Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, we're going to have you talk about, Jimmy, maybe share your screen one day, get in there and show us some tips, because that's powerful. I didn't know I didn't even know it did all that. So that's
I just want to validate everything that Jimmy is saying. The more that I get into KV Core, the more that I realize it is such an amazing tool for us to use. Someone asked me, how do I, track my clients through the process? I use KV Core because they have different statuses: new lead, prospect, client. As soon as someone signs a buyer agreement, I change them to client. So I can filter, I can filter by like, who are my current clients I'm working with? Who's got a buyer's agreement? Who's got, and then if they go under contract, who's on the contract? I change them to under contract, etc. So you can see it clearly and just adjust the filters. And then you can do quick tabs on top where the filters are on the top. So you just click on the appropriate filter and you're just there. So you can see the clients you're working with, the clients that are new leads, the clients that are, and it even has a category for agents. So every time I make an agent connection, I add it to KV Core. So really, guys, that's what we're
I see, I got to spotlight it.
No, I was laughing. I was like, fire.
Yeah, Natasha.
We're spotlighting her.
That's good.
Thank you, guys.
$1 million agent, $1 million luxury agent.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, use the filters in KV Core, set up your systems to work. I was just talking to my VA today. You can create custom pages in KV Core. So I have my preferred lenders, one page as a custom page. I have like all my lease purchase options, for clients that can't purchase right now. I have a page specific with all the lease purchase companies that I've partnered with. And then I'm creating a custom page called Moving to Atlanta because I'm dealing with a lot of reload clients. So you can create a custom page and then we're adding like links and information that you need to know, etc., about various places. And you can add videos out there. So use your KV Core. It's a very robust tool and you want to take advantage of it.
Is that a landing page that you're talking about, custom pages?
No.
I need a class. Okay, because I don't know how to do that.
Hey guys, can we get a poll or next week? I'm on record.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm raising my hand.
Let's do next week. All next week is just KV Core for even the Agent Academy. Let's educate our new agents on it.
Yeah, let's do KV Core. Yes.
KV Core all next week. KV Core. We're gonna hit it, and we'll just take a piece by
yes.
So everybody can chime in, but especially Natasha and Jimmy.
Yes.
And anybody else who's really been.
I'll let Jimmy take the lead. I'll just be his be his sidekick.
Okay, no, let's do it. Seriously. just don't make me prepare a whole list.
No. Yeah, we're just gonna make it real informal,
Yeah,
share
exactly.
what y'all know.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Jimmy gets angst when he has to do a PowerPoint.
Yes.
He starts having hives, or he may need some of his drugs. He
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Natasha, tell him what you want him to talk about.
you know, Jimmy
PowerPoint
didn't
is
have
my
any
kryptonite.
drug
I did say that, Jimmy. That was Natasha that time.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. Do we have any guests on? We didn't really welcome our guests. We thank all of our guests who are on for the first time. Welcome, welcome. We're the dream team at eXp Realty. So welcome. All right, guys, have a great, amazing weekend, and we'll see everybody back next week. Monday, we'll kick it off with KB Core Agent Academy. Agent Academy is open to everybody, guys. So make sure you, pop in with us 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. So, okay, y'all have a blessed weekend, guys. Make sure you go to church on Sunday.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Have a great
Yes,
weekend.
yes.
All right.
Awesome one.